guys, but today we're breaking news over the last hour or two that apparently Isak has agreed personal terms with Liverpool FC. So this is obviously something that a load of people have been saying is coming over the last few days, and now we're starting to hear from reliable sources like Florian Plettenberg that are basically Isak has already agreed those terms with Liverpool, and that I think the contract is believed to be agreed up to about 2031. So personal terms are not meant to be an issue now. It's just whether Liverpool Football Club can actually get a deal with Newcastle. Something else has come out today to do with Isak is apparently he told Newcastle last season that this was his last year, like repeatedly told them this is my last season at Newcastle. So the fact that we've over the last couple of weeks we've been saying obviously that we are interested in Isak and that we might want to sign him and stuff, and then Newcastle saying he's not for sale is a little bit of a strange one, because if the player is telling you he doesn't want to be at your team from this season on, then surely you would listen to all options and anyone that comes in, especially if it's Liverpool Football Club offering you at least, I think it was like 120 million they offered up front. So if that was the case, and this is true, obviously we're going off what we're being told online, then that's something that if I was Newcastle Football Club, I would have tried to get Ekitike when they had the chance, and then they stalled, and then obviously we know now what's happened there. Obviously Ekitike is a Liverpool player, and it looks very much like Isak could end up a Liverpool player as well. So what a time to be a Liverpool fan, guys. Honestly, like I can't actually believe what Liverpool are building at the moment. I mean, the sources today surrounding all this news are as reliable as what I think you're going to get at this moment. And it's just like obviously waiting for the here we go and that sort of situation. But for me personally, looking at Isak as a player, if Liverpool do manage to add him to what we've already built or what we are building, let's say, if we're not finished, then yeah, I think next season, do you know what's mad for me, guys? We won the league, and when do you ever know a football club wins the league or wins a Champions League or something, and then they go and change half their squad? Like, I know we needed to. I know there were some players that's obviously getting too old. You've got players like Trent and that's leaving and stuff like this. But for me personally, I think it's absolutely crazy that Liverpool have had the balls to go ahead and just say, do you know what? You want to leave Liverpool Football Club? That's fine. We'll take this amount of money for you. We're not going to let you go any less. Speaking about Diaz with this one. And then obviously they're turning around and saying like, you know, well, then we're going to go out and we're going to buy players that aren't just a replacement for you, but they're better, like arguably better. Obviously, we don't know how these players are going to react when they first join the club and how good they're going to be. Are they going to hit the ground running and stuff like that? But you've got to say Liverpool have been in this transfer window and they've literally acted like the biggest club I've ever seen us do. I've never known a transfer window like this. Hi Elise, welcome to the live stream. Hi Joe, mate. Hi guys, hi Gary, good to see you all. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Obviously at the beginning of this live stream I was just saying about Isak. You guys probably have already seen the news. It's breaking over the last couple of hours. This is the first time I've live streamed in a while, so it took me a while to get to grips with how it all works now in the new system. So please bear with me, guys. But it's been a while, so it's really good to be back, and I really am looking forward to hearing what you lot have to say. I'm pretty sure all of you are going to be excited about Isak, but I'll tell you what, some people I've seen online are doubting whether we should sign Isak or whether this is going to now upset the balance with Ekitike. There was something the other day I saw where he basically said he wasn't told that Liverpool was going to buy another striker or something. How true all that was, I don't know. But is it really going to upset the balance if you added Isak to it? I don't think so. Ekitike can play on the left. He can play behind. You know, I think this just gives us a lot more options. And if you add Isak, which is already a Premier League proven finisher, to what we've got, then it's only going to be a positive, guys. Like all these people that's kind of saying, oh, we don't need to spend the money on him. I saw there was a few people that said about Rodrigo maybe instead of Isak would be the shout. And then when you watch little Rio today in that friendly, for those of you that haven't watched it, he was absolutely outstanding. And I released a video on TikTok and on YouTube saying, do we really need to go and spend 100 million on a left winger? I'm not sure that we do, because he's very young and you need to be careful with youngsters, as we all know. But at the same time, like, you know, let him have a chance. Let him break into the team. We all see people like YNWA, for instance, like very young, he's smashing it on the top stage. And I'm not getting too carried away. I'm not going to be that supporter that goes, "Oh, Rio is, the next YNWA, or he's gonna smash it like those sort of players do." However, he's very confident. He's very good. He's very young. And he looks like he's taking it in his stride. And I know it's only pre-season, but I genuinely think if you brought him on in a Premier League game, 60, 70 minutes into a game, he's going to change a game for you because of his pace, because of how direct he is. And I think if you've got Gakpo, Rio fighting for that left wing spot, and then you have Isak, Ekitike fighting for the striker, I mean, Wirtz can play that role as well. And then you've got Salah, and now obviously you've got Frimpong on the right. Those are really amazing options as well. Frimpong can play at right back. I did a video where I was speaking who's going to start at right back next season for Liverpool. Is it going to be Frimpong or Bradley? Bradley's been amazing. Bradley is an amazing player, and I would love to see Bradley continue to grow the way he is. What I like about Bradley over Frimpong is the aggression in the tackles and the challenges. I've not seen as much of Frimpong as I have, obviously, of Bradley, but again, those options, if you're looking at Slot wants two players for every position. You've got Isak and Ekitike moving forwards. Núñez is going to move on. If Núñez doesn't move on, I will be so shocked. And I would like to hear what you lot have to say on that as well, because Núñez has looked good in pre-season. And I do hope that Núñez hits the form that we all hoped he was going to. When he first come to Liverpool, we was like, Núñez is going to smash it. Núñez was on fire. And then he just kind of petered out a little bit, didn't it, with him? I personally think Núñez he's not good under pressure so much, which is where I think Rio is good for his age. And I think if you brought in Isak's already that Premier League proven player, and he's not, everyone's saying because of the amount that Newcastle want for him, that's going to add pressure to Isak. Do you really think Isak, a Premier League proven striker, is going to come into Liverpool, not score goals, because of the pressure on him? I don't think so. I think personally for me, Isak already knows what he can do. He's going to come in. He's actually got an air of arrogance about him. He's a little bit cocky, isn't he? Like when he scores goals against Liverpool and other teams, you see that he's got that. He knows he's the quality player that he is. So bring him in. You're missing, obviously, what Jota brought to Liverpool last year, because Jota and Núñez was rotating a lot, and Gakpo could play as that striker a bit. So now I think having Ekitike and Isak, those are two amazing options, which gives Liverpool actually quality finishes, to be honest. And I watched Ekitike today in that friendly, and I don't know what you guys thought that watched it. It was a very small cameo from him, but he pressed really well. He was very aggressive in the press. He looked like he had a really good touch on him. He looked confident as well, like he wasn't rushing when he was on the ball. He was like taking it in his stride, which I like to see, as that was his first appearance. Some new players, we've seen it before, they can be very rushy. Like basically Núñez, if you think about it, Núñez still now, like he gets on the ball sometimes, he rushes a shot and he can smash it wide than that. But for me, Núñez will go. Obviously, we've lost Jota. We need this signing, guys. We need Isak to come in. So for me, it's a good signing. I think anywhere around 130 million mark is a good deal, regardless of whether some teams think that's overpaying. Who's out there, guys, that's better than Isak at the moment as a striker? Not many people. So it would be good to see Liverpool say, do you know what? We've identified this position that we need this striker. We did get Ekitike. So technically, we haven't weakened our rivals, but by taking Ekitike off the market, Newcastle's not getting him. Your Arsenals are not getting him. Other top clubs are not getting him. So we've made sure we've got him, right? And he will do well at Liverpool. I believe massively that he's going to be a success, whether he plays on the left wing, whether he plays a striker or behind the striker. And then if you add Isak to that mix now, guys, this is huge news for Liverpool Football Club. It's been a long time since I managed to speak to you guys and get all your views. So obviously, if you've missed the live, then please leave your comments afterwards. Let me know what you are thinking about all the new transfers. I'd love to hear who your favourite transfer is so far. Obviously, some of the moves that we've made, I would have never believed 5 years ago when I was doing this YouTube channel. I wouldn't have believed that it was possible that Liverpool would be making signings like this and would have a window like this. So, moving on to now, I'm in shock basically, but it's a good shock, guys. Like, I absolutely love it, and I'm really happy to be back, and I'm really happy to be able to speak to you guys and get your lot's view. So please let me know what you lot think as well. Thank you to you guys that have left a like on the live stream already, and thank you for joining me on the live stream. It's been really good to speak to some of you guys that's already commented on some of my videos. I didn't actually think anyone would really remember me because it's been a while. So actually it's really nice of you lot. So thank you so much for your support, guys. I wish and hope that you're all well and your families are all well, and hopefully I will see you in a video comment, or I will see you in the next live stream, guys. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. You'll never walk alone.